Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching the Dairy Lounge here on DreamTV and BTV. My name is Ranger Stella. I'm here with Alex Simbwa. During the break, we got so many comments coming in from people, so we just want to say thank you for choosing to start your days with us. Someone was telling me that there is another property, apparently 7-star.
7-star.
Yeah, that
okay,
is
we are
going to be
accustomed to 5-star, but this is 7-star.
Yeah,
7-star would be like how much a room?
Now, like the ones
The
we were talking
10,000,
about, but 10,000 does not mean all guests. 10,000 could be like a suite, suite there. So it could be.
bagamba 10,000 kiba kitegeeza nti obukadde bwa 37 obwokya mu kiro kimu osobola okifuna obulungi kubanga bakunyumiza 10,000 oyinza okulowooza boogera
mutwalo daawe ku 7-star US dollars
USD omuntu gye bali ssebo kuba mpulidde yabuuza n'agamba nti awo namba simanyi nafunyemu 10,000 meka nedda
you're not the target market
abantu balalako. I want to say hello to Edison and to your wife Doreen. Edison is a proud husband who irons for the wife, okay? And now when you get dynamic, there are things you are natural in, where you're good, where you're not going to burn somebody's clothes, where you're not going to burn the food at home, where you're not, you get it, where you're good.
So if you excel in that area, you're saying,
there are people who excel
go ahead and shine.
There are people who clean, but there are places where I clean myself because I do not trust anybody to clean the way I would.
Yeah. I hear you. Edson, good morning to you. But also, I remember I used to tell my mom that when I go on a date, I ask the man, do you know how to iron? I find it hard to iron, so I need someone who will be helping me. And my mom is like, Bana mwamuswaza. Kurachi. How come that Edson can say he irons for the wife?
Doesn't mean the wife can't iron. It means Edison is good at ironing.
Who says I cannot?
You don't look like you can.
Tugende Congo, ndi munyivu. So, DR Congo has defied pressure over talks with the M23 rebels. It's hard to even imagine that this is still on our desk. Now, despite the growing international pressure, the Democratic Republic of Congo is standing firm on its decision not to have direct talks with the M23 rebel group that has made major advances in the east of the country in recent months. I know, Alex, for you, you've always been for the talks, but unfortunately, the government, or fortunately for them, they are still taking their stand. Now, last week, the UK government added to calls for the group to be part of an inclusive dialogue to help find a political solution to the conflict. But then, within the interview with BBC, the DR Congo Prime Minister Judith went ahead to say that the government wants to negotiate with neighboring Rwanda, which it accuses of backing the M23.
The government in Congo says we will not talk to rebels. If we want, but we can talk to Rwanda because Rwanda, you're the ones that are
backing this particular group. Now, at least 8,500 people have been killed since fighting escalated in January, according to the Congolese authorities. Hundreds of thousands have also been forced from their homes, and amid the chaos triggered by the fighting, in which the UN experts and others see Rwanda as having a key role. Now, she continued to say, we are talking about the Prime Minister, that the fact remains that the aggressor of the territorial integrity and of sovereignty of the DRC is this particular group, citing a UN experts report from last year that stated that between 3,000 and 4,000 Rwandan troops had crossed into Congo and were fighting alongside the M23.
I think really think this issue is a prayer issue? They need now to pray.
But we are the ones to pray for them.
They too need to be involved in the prayers to soften their hearts such that they can find peaceful means to the resolution of their conflicts. Kale, katuve tugendeko mu ggwanga erya South Africa. And in South Africa, the love life of the king of the Zulu kingdom has come into the limelight. For the first time, they are hearing words they've never heard of in the Zulu kingdom. The word divorce. They're saying divorce. Does a king divorce? Now, remember, those kings are polygamous. So they can marry as many as they can. But it's a complicated one with the kind of king they have right now. The conservative subjects of this particular king say he messes up. He's messing up with tradition by seeking for a divorce. Traditionally, at least you keep the wife there, but do not mention words like divorce in your language or in your speaking. Now, in the Zulu culture, kings there are polygamous. But the king of the Zulu, Misuzulu Kazwelitini, has taken an unusual step by trying to divorce his wife, Queen Tokolzo Kamaisela. Everyone was puzzled. People are not expecting a king to go as far as divorcing. Professor Gugu Mazibuko, a culture expert in South African University of Johannesburg, has said in Zulu culture, there is no divorce. You're not supposed to chase away your wife. Regarded as the lion of the nation, the Zulu king is a custodian of the old age traditions. Amongst them is that marriage. Those are complicated things, but because they are traditional, we talk about them then. But how useful are they in day-to-day?
How useful is what?
Traditions? There's Munamasaka yogera tuwulire. That's the wife they want to divorce. Now, apparently, the marrying of the wife seemed to have taken a hurried state. When he was marrying her, it was after the death of the father and the mother. The mother had died 4 years before, then the father died. When the father died, then he had to take over. But then he was not married. Okay, so they said, okay, let's quickly make this official such that we can have a married king. Now, apparently, they have not had any relations as marrieds for the last year. I don't know how that gets out.
Wow. Yeah, don't you remember even when the Busoga thing was happening? There's another rumor coming out, and you're like, that is a very private thing. How would someone get to know that? But believe...
even in the UK, you've not heard of Princess Diana, or you've heard of her, but...
Yes, I've heard of her.
We saw, and we discovered that sometimes things are not as rosy as people imagine.
as they say.
In royalty there.
But, you know, for an African man to come out and say, oh, no, I know that I would have kept her in my homestead and then she doesn't have to live, but I want her gone. I want the divorce. But, there could be really other things to talk about. But also, the other thing that I found quite interesting was how his own crown has been challenged by his elder half-brother. So that has been another thing, because they've wanted to snatch away the crown from him. And now that means that you don't quite understand either the tradition or you don't even care for it. So, which gives the person trying to snatch from you even more ground, because they see that you don't take this.
You're not qualified for this particular.
You don't take it quite as seriously. I think that these traditions and our own cultures, nzenga munnamasaka, ensi ne bweba nti ekyuse neeyagalira mu kuba nti nfukamira okubuuza, neeyagalira okuba nti nyambala gomesi, neeyagalira okuba nti nina engeri gye mpaatamu, nina engeri gye nsaanikamu emmere.
Naye ezo engalo ziwaata.
Nnyo n'amaanyi. You think what does it take? Why would you even ask me such a thing? No, my mama's. You bring. So you start from here and then you go. Why are you acting like that? Alex Saga, I'm going to do a TikTok video of me peeling, but okay, because I need to put this. Alex, Mama ange yankuza buli kimu kimanyi. What are you talking about?
Yes, that's true.
Kati wano mbadde katip yes okajjayo and then I come like this, then I start ngenda kukola ka video, actually not I'll do a video for what are you talking about, I know how to do these things. Can you imagine?
Nensanyusiza kubanga nga munnamasaka ebintu ebyo okubeera nga obisaako essira ekyamakulu ddala okuwaata kamera kwambala gomesi ki ekirala.
The other thing that makes us unique, let me see. I don't think people still do this. Naye nengeri gye twasetingamu olujjuliro. That thing is painful. Sigena gamba nti nga munnamasaka mmanyi okutuula like that with my legs, knees like that. But I liked it. I liked the whole thing of sharing a meal with stories. Whenever I go to the village, my grandma does that for us. So Rujuriro, I think, is the other thing that whatever's, but also the nyo n'amaanyi n'akawuwo nenkateekako. This Monday has been stressful. I am stressed.
Okay, we'll run. There was a video that made rounds on social media. It was an engagement between the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Donald Trump, the American president, and a certain figure in there. And it was embarrassing on the one side. It was strange on the other. Again, the UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has announced that there's a 4-point plan to work out with Ukraine to end the war and has defended the country from Russia. The UK, France, and other countries will step up their efforts of a coalition to enable Ukraine get the peace that they deserve. We are at crossroads in history today, Starmer said, and most likely Europe will support, but they are saying they still need the US on their side, even in this. As long as I think they're depending on the US, again, they will face troubles and challenges in there. Now, speaking at a news conference shortly after meeting the leaders, Starmer said 4 points have been agreed upon. Number one, to keep the military aid flowing to Ukraine and to keep increasing the economic pressure on Russia. Secondly, that any lasting peace must ensure that Ukraine's sovereignty and security, and Ukraine must be present at any peace talks. Then, in the event of a peaceful deal, to boost Ukraine's defensive capabilities and deter any future invasion. And then lastly, to develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and also to guarantee peace afterwards. Those are the key figures, I think, in that negotiation. Keir Starmer in the middle. You have Emmanuel Macron and again, Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky putting on a subdued
look. I saw that. I'm like, okay.
He looks subdued and doesn't look sure any longer. But
is it?
You don't invite me to your place and embarrass me that way. That was terrible. That was extremely terrible.
May was going for the look of the suit. That he didn't go for the suit look as opposed to these other people. His relaxed thing. You know, for such a negotiation like me, you would think, So I like that he maintained his thing of this is why I'm even coming. So you're saying you don't embarrass someone that you called,
that you've invited to your home and so on.
Yeah, but for me, I think I like that there is conversation. This is a start. In the past, we haven't been seeing
conversation
this at
I'm
all.
About
a conversation
starter. You get it. You don't invite somebody. You say we are going to. Then you begin telling them, "Do you know who you're talking to?"
We are.
It's ugly.
Yeah, you. I remember when you said that presidents had all come together, and then when they were announcing, they said, "Ladies and gentlemen,
the president." These guys feel more equal than others. Will keep it as that. It's a Monday. Lunch of fellowship with Pastor Yazid Mwanguzi, the overnight prayer on Friday. Now you don't want to miss out on that at Victory Christian Center in Devon, starting at 6 p.m. until 6 p.m.
Alex,
6 yeah.
There are people who are going to fight here.
Over?
You're thinking, I don't know how to peel. People are out here, they're like, Alex should not even. me peeling and adding.
You
People
are
are
here
up in
telling
arms.
us how your mother said Otswaza.
No, actually, because I did not say that. I say I don't know how to. I said, do you know how? Because I don't like it. I don't like doing it. Alex, people are ready. People are ready to fight you. We want to wish you a blessed week. Banange week ebeere ennungi gye muli Mukama abakulembere mu byonna bye mukola omukisa gube mu byonna by'ogenda okukola eno week mu linnya lya Yesu.
Amen.